Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5.
I would like to answer your question, but on the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer this question and any related questions.
Ghislaine Maxwell, the convicted associate of sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, has refused to answer questions from the U.S. House Oversight Committee. Maxwell appeared virtually for a closed-door deposition from the Texas prison where she is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. It comes as new footage of Ghislaine Maxwell in her prison cell was released by the Department of Justice. Republican House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer said that, as expected, Maxwell pleaded the Fifth Amendment, invoking her right to remain silent.
She is campaigning over and over again to get that pardon from President Trump. And this president has not ruled it out, and so that is why she's continuing to not cooperate with our investigation.
President Donald Trump has threatened to block the opening of a bridge connecting the US and Canada until Washington is fully compensated for everything it has given to its northern neighbour. The Gordie Howe International Bridge, connecting the Canadian province of Ontario to the US state of Michigan, would not open until Ottawa treats the United States with the fairness and respect that we deserve, Trump wrote on social media. According to the project's website, the bridge is being funded by the Canadian government, but will be publicly owned by both Canada and Michigan. Kenya says it will talk to Russia over growing reports that its citizens are being recruited to fight in the war in Ukraine. Foreign Minister Musalia Mudavadi called the practice unacceptable and clandestine and said Nairobi had shut down illegal recruiters and would urge Moscow to sign a deal banning the conscription of Kenyan soldiers. The Kenyan government estimates that around 200 of its nationals have been recruited to fight for Russia. The exact number remains unclear, as Nairobi maintains that none of them travelled through official channels.
Savannah's mom!
The US news presenter Savannah Guthrie has said her family believes their abducted mother is still alive, as she issued a new appeal to anyone with any information. As a reported ransom deadline for the safe return of Guthrie's mother, Nancy, passed on Monday, officials said they had still not identified a suspect or person of interest. The 84-year-old disappeared in the middle of the night from her home in Tucson in Arizona and was last seen on the 31st of January. Authorities believe she was taken against her will. Australian police have defended their actions after violently clashing with protesters during a demonstration against a visit by the Israeli president. Video emerged of police charging and punching protesters during the rally in Sydney, with a state parliament MP among those who said they were injured in the clashes. Police said 27 people had been arrested, with 9 later charged, and 10 officers assaulted. Earlier, rally organisers had failed in their court bid to overturn police powers limiting their right to demonstrate during Isaac Herzog's visit. The government invited Herzog to visit Australia after an anti-Semitic attack on Bondi Beach, saying it would help the Jewish community heal, despite objections from pro-Palestinian groups. The Prince of Wales has met young female footballers in Riyadh during the second day of his visit to Saudi Arabia. Prince William joined local youth squad players at a training session and heard about female participation in sport in the Gulf state. The Prince met Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman after landing in the country, where he is spending 3 days at the UK government's request as it seeks to improve ties with the country's de facto leader. He gave the Crown Prince an England football shirt worn by Harry Kane. The trip is set to focus on energy transition and young people.
Are you not working at all? Today's Monday, right? Is it? Now why are you here?
And a band of Buddhist monks who have spent 4 months walking, sometimes barefoot, or through the snow on a 2,000-mile march from Texas to Washington, D.C., is expected to complete their journey on Tuesday. The group's arduous so-called Walk of Peace has gone viral, capturing the attention of millions of Americans at a time of heightened political division in the U.S. Their journey began on the 26th of October in Fort Worth. After arriving in Washington, the monks will visit the Washington National Cathedral and the Lincoln Memorial.
The venerable monks, we walk not to bring any attention to us, but we just hope that we raise awareness of peace to all the people who meet along the road.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.